Serenity Funeral Home. We are a family owned and operated funeral home where we offer complete personalized funeral services, leading our community in funeral and cremation services. Make an appointment for your pre need and at need arrangements by calling us at 702 647 0123. Once again, that number is 702 647 0123. Serenity Funeral Home, caring for your loved ones as if they're our own.
Chico Sticks, Pickles, Jolly Ranchers, Mary Jane's, Pop Rocks, Lemon Heads. Should I go on? Bitter Honey, Freeze Cups, Candy Cigarettes. Listen, how about you make your way down to the modern day Candy Lady and see all of this and more? Satisfy that sweet tooth Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Sight and Sound Candy and more. Follow us on IG at Sight and Sound Candy and on Facebook at Sight and Sound Candy. We are located at 1000 North Martin Luther King on the corner of Washington and MLK. Give us a call, 702-648-4444. Again, that number, 702-648-4444. Thank you.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
It's your man Goose Thomas. What it is, folks?
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody chiming in for the radio show, man, every Saturday. Pacific Coast time, man.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yes.
But yeah,
There you are.
your guy Dre Bailey,
Man Goose Thomas.
Bill Blockham Logan, Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Radio Show, man, every Saturday, 2 p.m. And every Tuesday at no time. So look, we love y'all. We appreciate you. We appreciate you sharing the live feed. Right? We got a lot of sports to talk to you guys about, seriously. And big shout out to all of the athletes, football athletes who couldn't make the NFL. The XFL started today, and no one cares. I seen an article that said a whole bunch of ex-Steelers or Steelers who either got booted off the team, just Martavius Bryant, all these guys are out there.
He's out there.
Broderick Ivory, Rick Ross,
Wow, bro.
Wadey Perkins, Donald McCall, all these guys that I play football against, they all out there, the XFL, man. But nah, man.
Shout out Broderick, man. We smoked a cigar last night for his birthday, man.
That's what's up, man. Broderick, I didn't know you was an Aquarius. No wonder you're a good guy, man. Good guy, man. So big ups to everybody, man. Please follow Let the Ball Bounce on all of our social media platforms and outlets, man. Let the Ball Bounce on Facebook. Let the Ball Bounce on Twitter. And that's with one T. Let the Ball Bounce at gmail.com. Let the Ball Bounce on IG. We love y'all, man. We appreciate it. Another year is in the books, and we have a lot more in store. Big ups to all of our future and past guests on the show. And if we've invited you to the show and you didn't come, we don't care. So we're going to move on really quickly from that, man. But we have a lot of sports to talk to you about. We have NBA All-Star Weekend here literally around the corner from Las Vegas and Utah. We should have went. It's that close. There's a lot of festivities out there, and maybe we could have got an exclusive with Karl Malone, because it seems like a lot of people out there are really butthurt that he has a relationship with his estranged child once upon a time. And so if he can let it go, so can you.
If his kids ain't mad, why you mad?
Well, sometimes people want to keep drama in your life.
It's a cancel
And it's
culture.
Okay. It's okay. Yeah, this cancel culture is serious, bro.
Ridiculous.
It's serious, bro. You know what? I was watching Shake DeVille's live last night as he did a live set on IG, La Bump, that he do on Fridays. And he said something that really resonated. He played an Eminem song. He did a tribute to Dr. Dre. So happy birthday, Dr. Dre. Today's his birthday. Yesterday was Michael Jordan's birthday. Today is Dr. Dre's birthday. West Coast GOAT. West Coast pioneer. I mean, when you want to talk about some of the best beats ever made, you know, Dr. Dre comes up.
Boom, boom, boom.
But he said something that resonated. He said that if Eminem was any other color, he wouldn't have got away with some of the things he was saying in his raps. And he played one of these songs, man, and I said, you know what? You're right. He said the R word a couple of times. He said, you know, I'm gonna kill my wife. You know, he said all type of stuff. But if he was any other color saying that type of stuff, I just don't think it would have. I just don't think it would have just flew over everybody's head like that. Even though they was on his helmet a little bit, but they wasn't canceling them or nothing.
Is this why, like, people don't necessarily regard him as one of the top guys ever? No, because a lot of, if you talk to a lot of people, they refuse to put Eminem in, and I know it's specific to everyone. It's your top 5 or your top 10 or whatever the case may be, but people don't even regard him as one of the best lyricists of all time, and I find that pretty disturbing.
No, people do, and there's some people that don't.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that
opinion based.
Don't though. Yeah, and I'm like, I mean, okay, he say some outlandish stuff, cool.
It's funny to me,
but to say this dude ain't one of the best at the craft is kind of nuts. Nah, in my opinion. But dang, it is what it is.
Well, people have a different flavor. Sure. I mean, there's people out there right now, they got a whole Paperboy CD in their car. Remember him?
Wow.
Paperboy.
Paperboy. Wow.
Quan, you remember Paperboy, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy. Paperboy.
If you heard one of the songs he has, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, guess what I found the other day?
What'd you find?
I found a Stacy G.
All you can see is my dust.
Cassette that had not been opened.
What?
Wow.
Well,
was it next to the Murderous Click soundtrack?
No, but
we
was doing some cleanup over there on H.
Okay.
Really?
And
how did it survive?
I don't know.
Unopened.
Boy,
did you get it?
Yeah, I still got it.
Keep it.
Yeah.
That's a staple in this city. That's gonna outlast the Circus.
Yeah,
they should put that over behind McDonald's in the Black History of Vegas park over there.
It is still Black History Month, so if you are visiting Las Vegas, Circus still has rooms available for $7 a week.
Man, that's a real weekly.
Circus.
They still got the carpet in there from when I was a kid.
Yeah, in the Midway, chilling.
Interesting.
Terrible.
Yeah. A lot of sports going on, man. If you are a kid in high school sports are popping here in Vegas. I think playoffs start next week. So we want to send a good luck.
Hey, they already going.
Yeah, a good luck to all of the high school kids, man. We want to try to get some high school kids on the show and even some younger kids on the show to kind of talk about their maturation of sports here. In Las Vegas. I know De'Don Thomas' son is ranked one of the top point guards in the nation, and so he's following after Pop's footsteps. But yeah, man, that's what's up, man.
We over at
Liberty. Yep, he's over at Liberty, man.
Yeah, a dog, man.
Yep. So big ups to all of the high school kids out there competing. And my volleyball girls today, our playoffs started. We were the number 1 seed. We were undefeated. We had a 9:00 game, and then if we won the 9:00 game, then we play another game at 5, and then the championship game at 6 p.m. today. We went in, and I was extremely nervous, but I honed in that nervousness and gave my team a speech. And I mean, these girls came out on fire.
Fired up.
We won the first set 25-6.
A rout.
Then all of a sudden things started to take a turn, and I'm not going to say that it was the ref's fault, the officials' fault, but I had to tell my girls, don't worry about the official, just do what you need to do on the court.
Sure.
I'll worry about the official. Yeah. And we ended up losing that second set 25-20. And sudden death, next game to 15.
Yes, indeed.
And my best player, my daughter, she went to go for a ball and she kind of twisted her knee a little bit, and she twisted her knee, and we had to have an injury timeout really quick, and she just was just in tears. And she hurt her knee. She was done for the rest of the day, and we lost the last sudden death 11-15.
Oh, man.
And my girls were devastated.
Of course.
So I preach humility, being able to bounce back and being able to accept failure before you're able to win. Yeah. And so I had to have that speech, man. So it hurt, man. My girls they'll get over it, but as a coach and as a competitor, bro, it's gonna stick with me all the way until we play again. So congratulations to the 15U elite Kahuna girls here in Las Vegas, man. And I just want to let y'all know Coach is really proud of you. And yeah, man, maybe I should go and apply for the CSN volleyball coach. They gonna work.
Shout out Coach Blue, man.
They gonna work, man. So it was a great season. It was a great season. It's funny is that people don't understand that, and we talk about it all the time. When you beat teams in the regular season, when postseason start,
totally different.
Everybody is 0-0. There's no undefeated. We're the best. None of that. We all start from scratch. Yeah. And let me tell you, man, postseason is a lot different.
Totally.
Than regular season.
I had an argument with my dad about that, about the difference.
OG Pops?
OG Pops. Shout out, my Pops' birthday was yesterday, man. Shout out to my Pops. I had an argument with him about regular and postseason play and how much different they are. And he swore up and down that it's no different. Hold on, Daddy. It's totally different.
No, it's a little different.
The stakes are totally different. Now, I don't usually argue with my OG. I usually let him have things.
No, it's a little different.
But it's totally different. The stakes are just what's at stake is different.
Yeah.
So that causes things to be different when it comes to play. You get to hone in on your opponent, see exactly what they like to do, what they don't like to do. I mean, you get to hone in on those things. And the game becomes from here to here fairly quickly. So it's definitely different in the playoffs. It's really not even close.
I mean, I understand where he's coming from when he says that.
Sure.
Because at the end of the day, you should treat every game like it's just a game.
Right.
Don't go in with no heightened anxiety because of this, and I get it, But then again, you lose, you go home.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
There's no game next week.
And I guess that's what I was trying to convey to him.
There's no game next week, man.
Yeah, I understood his portion of it, but I was trying to.
But that's I think in some cases you got to have a balance of letting your kids when you're coaching. Because I coached football for years, and you have to let them have the balance of knowing what's at stake from the regular season to the postseason.
Yep. And I had that discussion, and I think my challenge with coaching 15U girls elite volleyball is being able to tell them you have to allow the bad play to go away, because my girls get into their feelings and they fester on the mistakes or the things that they should have did, and they let it carry over for 2, 3, 4 plays.
Sure.
Volleyball is a very imperfect sport. You make a mistake, you have to quickly get over it. We got a whole another point that you can get it back.
Right.
If you didn't get a serve over, now it's their serve. It's time for us to get that point back. Sure. But at the same time, it's hard for them to channel those emotions and get, just throw it out. And it's easy for me to tell them to do it, but now they have to actually do it. So, yeah, man, we lost. It was pretty rough, man. It is what it is, man. So
kids gonna always take those L's tough.
They were hurt.
Feel like you worked so hard.
They was hurt
to get to a certain level. And
but I think we needed that because we was riding high all season.
Yeah.
We was riding high, and so sometime, you have to get knocked down off that mountain just so you can realize, what, we are human.
Sure.
We can't get beat.
Yeah.
And so it is what it is. Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Radio, man, every Saturday, 2 p.m. Your guy, Dre Bailey,
man, Goose Thomas,
Bill Blockham Logan. All-Star Weekend, man, is in Utah.
Yeah.
We had the Rising Challenge of the, rookies versus sophomores. But I like the format that the NBA did. They had them each play a quarter and then go through brackets to play in a final game.
I like that. Hockey does the same thing.
Yeah.
Hockey is something similar anyway. And I think it kind of, breaks things up and gives everybody a chance to showcase themselves.
And let me tell you what else I liked, and I wish they would maybe bring this into the All-Star game. It's miking certain players up during the All-Star game so you can kind of hear, some of the things that they talking about on the court and doing, it kind of makes it more personable. And, and they tried that with the Rising Challenge. I think they should do that, man.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I'm with doing that in
some personality to the game.
In the playoffs and, regular season,
Yeah. Yeah,
maybe NBA can make some
season.
money. Maybe NBA can make some money by saying, you know what, it's gonna be unfiltered, but we're gonna put it on pay-per-view or something where, you hearing people getting cussed out.
Well, I think when they do mic up a player, because they do it, do it now.
Yeah,
but I think when they do mic up a player, they try to tell them, kind of censor what you're saying. But we'll, if you can't. We'll make sure we edit.
You just don't hear it in real time.
Yeah.
Right.
They always go back to it after they've edited.
Like
once you hear that silence, and then it come back, know that's
you know what time it is.
some filth flew around.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Because I would have loved to see KG tell Carmelo Anthony,
I would have loved that.
Lala tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Wow.
From what I hear.
Wow.
What'd you say?
Wow.
That's so totally disrespectful.
Was it disrespectful?
It really was.
Or was he trying to get this head? Was it disrespectful?
It was disrespectful, sir.
That was disrespectful.
But big ups to Alvarado.
Yeah. MVP.
For winning the MVP. He is a point guard for the Pelicans. Puerto Rican,
Kid a dog, man. Undrafted.
Yeah,
I like him. I like him a lot.
A lot of people, you say he's a real irritant.
Yeah, well, when you go undrafted and people tell you ain't worth a damn all your life,
right?
You might irritate some folk. You know what I'm saying? It just might be it.
Yeah. So he won the MVP, man, and I also watched the celebrity basketball game with the celebrities, and DJ Metcalf, boy.
Yeah, DK, man.
That boy.
He's an athlete, man.
He's an athlete. He's not a hooper, but he's just an athlete. He's an athlete.
Yeah, he's not a hooper.
But he's an athlete.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it, man.
Yeah. They have the best rapper alive, 21 Savage, out there also. Said he's better than Nas. You know how that go.
Yeah. That's cool. Cool story. You can tell your story in your own words, man. Nobody Nobody can tell your story like you can tell your story.
Indeed. And you know the way I am now. Me and my boy Vontae was talking about
Shout
this.
out Vontae, man. Go on, bro.
Who are we
Yeah. Hey, man.
to question your story?
Can't do it.
If that's your story, bro,
Impossible.
we'll let you tell it.
Ride.
Yeah.
Ride, man.
Well, sometimes I see people what they Paul Revere in that thing.
Ride.
Okay.
Ride.
I see a lot of people on Facebook right now who post about how dope they was in high school and how they used to do this and do that. And I'm like, hold on.
I was there, dog.
I was there, but I'm not gonna kill your.
I was on the field with you. What you?
We've had people on the show who said, hey, just blatantly, I lined up against this guy. Mm-hmm. Roger Craig told me this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shouts out to Will Reed. But yeah, man. Who are we? Who are we? To tell your story?
Tell your story, bro.
I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
I mean,
because this is how we gonna look at you while you tell your story.
That's funny, man. What kind of parties you think Utah will allow?
None. I
don't Kenny Smith and Shaq and them had their own parties. They throwing their parties, but
none in any public buildings.
No.
Yeah, you have to.
You think they probably rented those big tents in parking lots and then did it like that kind of?
Probably some mansions rented out.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's really any public parties that people showing up to like that.
I wonder how Utah is liking the All-Star game in Utah, because I know when the All-Star game was here in Vegas, I was working head security over at House of Blues at the time, and the casinos hated it. Everybody in the casino just didn't like it. They was like, people don't tip, and I mean, it was crowded. 5 o'clock in the morning, it looked like it was 8 o'clock at night. It was that busy.
It's crazy because when we walked into Mandalay Bay, where House of Blues is, in the bottom valet, it was right when you walk in, and I forgot the name, what the name of the club was.
It was Rum Jungle.
Rum Jungle at the time. Rum Jungle. Literally, when you walk in the door, it's shoulder to shoulder. Mm-hmm. Like right when you walked in, boom, you hear. Couldn't move the entire weekend.
Yeah.
It was that Rum Jungle.
And guess what?
Yes.
The Super Bowl is 10 months away.
Yeah, Super Bowl's about 10 months.
Same.
It's gonna be the same.
It's gonna be. I
think it's good revenue. Good,
the revenue is gonna be. Yeah.
It's gonna be stupid.
They moved the Super Bowl up to December. The Super Bowl just ended last week, so that'd be a year away. You're massive.
Oh yeah, about a year.
The 11th, I think.
Yeah.
February 11th.
Almost. Yeah, year.
Yeah. A little less now.
Yeah.
A little less now.
Yeah, a little less now.
Yeah.
Well, All Stars in Utah. I'm looking forward to the 3-point contest.
Yes.
And the dunk contest. Who you guys got in the 3-point contest? I know I don't have Julius Randle.
He was a replacement.
Why did they allow him to replace?
He was a replacement. They said the top 3-point shooters aren't even participating, percentage wise, aren't even in the contest.
Buddy Hield leads the league.
There.
He's the only one.
I'm gonna go with Dame. Dame probably can get hot tonight.
I think Dame is a bucket getter, a scorer. I don't necessarily see him as a machine going from rack to rack, hitting threes.
Robotish. Yeah.
I could completely be wrong. But
he's been in before though, I believe, and I don't think he did very well.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the kid out of Sacramento. What's Opie Taylor's name? He came from Atlanta. Herder. Yeah, I think he may surprise some people.
Kevin Herder.
Kevin. You going with Julius Randle?
No. I am not. I'll actually go with Dame here.
Really?
Yeah. I think my man can, like you said, I think he can get hot. I think he can. I'll rock with Dame tonight. Yeah. I'll rock with Dame tonight. See what he can do.
That's going to be interesting. What about the dunk contest?
My man, Mac McClung.
You going with him?
Whitey Ford, baby.
No.
Give me Mac. Mac McClung.
From New Orleans. Oh, you talking about from Houston? Kenyon Martin's son. Okay. That boy got.
Okay.
Who had bigger boosties, Kenyon Martin or him? Well, I know Kenyon Martin's was. He's a little taller and longer.
So it's
I mean, his son can just flat out jump.
Kenyon had a great second jump.
So does.
Yeah, it was like him and Sean Marion were like
Pogo
similar
sticks.
in that area.
Yeah.
Great second jumps.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Anthony Simon.
Okay, Anthony Simon. Okay,
I'm gonna go with him. Yeah, I mean, he won one. I just think he's more seasoned than everybody else. So I'm gonna go with him in the dunk
just need
contest.
the creativity to.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing the format.
Simon's in the 3-point.
He's
not in the dunk.
He's not in the dunk.
Dunk contest is Kenyon Martin Jr., Trey Murphy, not Troy Murphy, the white dude. Trey Murphy from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Mac McClung and Jericho Sims. I think Jericho Sims is going to be horrible.
Well, then, with that being said, I'm gonna go with Murphy from New Orleans. That boy can straight out jump.
Yeah, flip a coin.
I'm going with Dominique Wilkins.
So wherever it lands.
Whatever it lands.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting though, man. I like Mac though. Give me Mac tonight.
I think Mac is gonna go out and miss a lot of dunks. We'll see though. Okay. He's kind of tiny, but we'll see.
A little dude, he can get up there.
Yeah. But Trey Murphy the third, it's nice. That New Orleans team is nice.
Yeah.
So, but let me ask you guys.
Haven't we seen every dunk there is to dunk?
I mean, every time I say that, it's something
new that come up every time, Bill. Like
Harold Miner's one of the judges tonight.
Oh.
I haven't seen him since 96.
It's been a while since we've seen Harold Miner in public.
Judges Jamal Crawford, Lisa Leslie, Karl Malone, Harold Miner, and Dominique. So 2 dunkers, rapist, and Lisa Leslie and Jamal Crawford.
Who's the rapist?
Oh boy.
Who's the rapist?
Oh boy.
Who's the judges again?
Jamal Crawford, Lisa Leslie, Karl Malone, Harold Miner, and Dominique Wilkins.
Ouch.
Why is Karl Malone a judge? Oh, because it's Utah.
Hey, Utah.
Okay.
Hey, Utah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, he had the mailman dunk,
Yeah.
I think the dunk contest when Aaron Gordon that one I think I've seen every. I'm like, dude, what else is there to do?
What is your favorite dunk contest?
Dude, I think that
Gordon and Levine.
I think that
from a competitive standpoint,
bro.
They went dunk for dunk.
Yes.
From a competitive
And that
standpoint.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I don't know if you guys remember the one. It was Jason Richardson.
Boy, I was just gonna say that one.
Jason Richardson.
Desmond Mason.
Yes.
When he was with Seattle.
Seattle. Yep.
That one was pretty damn dope.
Did
bro.
Desmond Mason do a cartwheel in that one? One of them, somebody did a cartwheel, bro.
The cartwheel was
where he took off the jersey?
Yeah,
no, that
there
wasn't Desmond Mason. Who was that?
And then there's that one where Birdman took 15 tries to finally make
that
it
was
done.
terrible.
Yeah, that was
terrible.
Chris. He wasn't Birdman at the time. He was still Chris.
Yeah, it was Chris. It wasn't Birdman.
You know, that Levine and Gordon, competitive wise,
yeah,
that was
dunk,
there,
bro.
Let me,
for dunk for sure.
The Vince Carter when Vince Carter let everybody know who and what he was.
Yeah,
I was just like, why didn't you do this for the Hills like that? But I'm gonna go with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Dominique Wilkins going back to just going at it. I got to go with that one as my favorite dunk contest.
Dominique
of all time.
got robbed.
Yeah, but look at this one.
Yeah, that was crazy. When he did that, I was like, what the? How did he do that?
And he jumped off the wrong
Unreal.
foot. He jumped off the wrong foot to do that.
Come on, dog.
No, he jumped off the right. He jumped off the left.
both feet. Yeah. But he was wearing and ones.
Boom, boom.
At that time.
Yep. Yeah. I wish. You know what gets slept on a lot is look at this. Come on, bruh.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Who sits down in the air?
That dunk contest right there to me.
You're not supposed to be able to do that.
Easy.
Look at that, bruh. That
you're not
is
supposed to be able
nuts.
to do
You
that.
sitting down in the air. Come on, man.
You ain't supposed to do that.
No.
I think Jason Richardson's dunk contest gets slept on a
A
lot.
little bit, bro.
And he banged that thing
does.
too.
Yeah,
And he
power.
banged that thing too
Look at
with
this guy.
power.
Look at this
Look at
guy.
this.
Dang.
No, he out there Mia's height. Dunk look like a little Mia right there.
Why is the whole side of his head there? Here we go.
Look at this.
Here we
Look
go.
at this.
I think so. In
Bruh.
real time,
Come on,
a
bruh.
lot of people didn't see him bring the ball
Come on,
behind.
bruh. Look at this.
A lot of people didn't see that
and
part.
he dunked with his left,
So,
bruh.
so the reaction in the crowd
Yeah.
wasn't crazy like that
Nah.
until they showed the replay.
Yeah.
And they was like, "Oh, he did that." Yes, he did.
He got his dude. He did that in a game on Michael Cooper.
Yes.
Come on, bruh.
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean,
What about when J.R. Ryder was in there?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
East Bay.
Yeah, the East Bay dunk.
Yes, sir.
And then Kobe
And Will
did the
Smith
East
was
Bay.
commentating, hosting.
Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. That's Salisbury. Stansbury, yep. Look at that.
With the gold rope on.
That's when they used to let you play with gold ropes. Look at this. Come on, bruh.
Yeah.
I forgot about this.
This is one of my favorites. This is my favorite
about
right
this.
here.
Me
bro.
too, bro.
It's
That's
my
what I'm
favorite
saying,
one, man. It really was.
He was so slept on,
Yeah,
man.
big time. Big time.
Off the glass,
Yeah, there.
catching
Yeah, there,
through the
East Bay.
legs. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And he's short.
Yeah, he like 6'3", 6'4".
yeah, but this one right here, the kiss, the
Most overrated dunk ever.
Man,
That's not.
stop
That's
it.
a 42 today.
Bro, he jumped
a
outside of the
42.
kick. outside of the key and came
Said that's a
sideways
42.
to the
That's
rim.
a 42
Nah, look
today.
Look at this.
That's a
No, it
42.
ain't.
They gave him a 50
He's
for. That's
kissing
a
the
42.
rim.
He didn't kiss.
It's called kiss the rim.
Yeah, that was nuts right there, too. That was bananas.
That's a 42 today.
Yeah, this is what the All-Star game is all
Full
about.
speed doing that?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
All-Star festivities. This is what it's all about.
Power
And it's
right here. Power.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's a 41.
I did that at the
Man,
Doolittle
stop.
dunk contest on the
That's
8-foot
why.
rim.
That's
I
why.
did that.
No, look.
Yeah.
Look.
That's a 41 today.
No, it ain't. Look at that, bruh. No.
The extension.
They
I
do that
mean,
in the All Star games.
45.
No.
45.
No.
No.
Man,
Liar,
bruh.
liar.
He gonna send us a ballers.
Say it's
This
a ballers.
is a 33 now. Thanks for the 33 dunk.
Participation.
I mean, he won it with that. He could see. He could see.
And Larry was killing that dunk contest too.
I don't even want to see this one. This is just nuts.
Power. Crazy. Crazy.
Well, yeah, that's what the All-Star weekend is all about. And for all you single ladies, I guess it's time to choose up too, huh?
Time to get
Weekend.
drafted.
Time to get drafted weekend.
Yeah.
Young men, watch it.
Please.
Young men, watch it.
You know, how many times we got to tell you fellas, man?
Watch it.
Hopefully y'all just not in Utah.
Watch it.
Just chilling like that, man.
Don't do it, sir.
I've never understood
Young
why
homies.
All-Star Weekend goes to Utah.
Young homies, don't do it.
Like, first of all, that's probably one of the top 3 most racist states in the union.
Oh, well.
Number 1.
Well, let me tell you this. I like the fact that they
Start
they
there.
got a pickup ball street pickup ball format where they're going to actually pick their teams right before the game. You know, who gets picked first, who gets picked last. Yeah. I like that format.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Who you think Bron going to pick first? I'm going with John Morant. Or maybe Kyrie. Kyrie in the All-Star game, right?
I don't know I don't think Kyrie made it.
Yeah, Kyrie did make it.
Did he?
Yes, he is.
Really?
Yes, he is.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Shows how much I pay
all the
attention.
non-Jews voted for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tough. Snuck that one in there.
Yeah.
If Kevin Durant.
Because he can choose anyone, right?
Sure. Kevin
If it's
Durant.
his first pick.
He'll probably choose Kevin. If he has
KD
first
will
pick,
be
got to
his
be
first
Kevin.
choice.
Durant.
KD's not playing.
I would
That's
Okay.
right.
I would look at it if he chose Kyrie as saying, we finna give y'all what y'all want, you know, what some people want to see is that Kyrie, LeBron, you know. Because he hasn't signed an extension with Dallas yet. So potentially
he's not.
Dallas, and potentially Dallas could lose in this trade if he doesn't sign an extension, because he can be a complete free agent after this year, and it does not keep any other team out of the hunt for Kyrie Irving.
Absolutely.
And Kyrie's technically in a starter for the East because he's Brooklyn. So it's Giannis, Kyrie, Donovan Mitchell, and KD, and then
they pick the
and
reserves.
Jason Tatum. Well, they have to pick the starters first, and then they pick the reserves.
Right.
So it's going to be out of them, and then the West is LeBron. Well, LeBron and Giannis are the captains.
Yeah, but you could choose from either coast, either
Yeah,
East
you
or
can choose
West.
either coast.
That's dope.
But you have to pick starters first.
Yes.
So, Jokic, Steph Curry, who's out, Doncic, Zion Williamson, who's out. So I'm not sure who they moved into
did
that.
And
Zion
starter.
Williamson
that's
make
what I'm saying. If I'm LeBron,
He's picking Kyrie.
he's going Kyrie first.
How did Zion Williamson make the All-Star game?
He only played 17 games.
What's going on here?
The real street clothes. He more street clothes than Joel Embiid was.
I mean, if we being honest, like Anthony Davis, as much flack as I give him for being out, should have made it over Zion Williamson, bro.
And
if we talking about play.
They got Embiid, Marketing, Morant are starters in place of Durant, Curry.
Wow. That's tough, man.
Tough.
I guess, man.
Well, I like the last year's format in the game where I think, you know, you got to get to a certain amount of points and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
you know, they're making it really interesting and competitive that last quarter, man. You know, cats are really starting to do their thing. So,
Sidebar.
yeah.
Caitlin Clark is the best player in women's college basketball that no one talks about.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw that in there, man. If
Yeah.
y'all don't watch Iowa basketball, which I'm sure not a whole lot of people watch Iowa women's basketball, you might want to pay attention to Caitlin Clark.
You
bro.
know, and did you
She's
guys
really
mention
good.
on previous shows that Candace Parker's here with the
Yes.
Aces now?
Yes. That's big.
I want to put my bid in for a stylist because you know I really want to help style her.
A little tough.
It's tough sometimes watching. I'm like, why? Why do you have that with this? I just don't understand it. Take the jacket off with the shoulder pads in it, please. I understand.
It's the knees for me, bro. I can't
Them
handle
knock knees.
it. I can't handle it, man. I can't handle it. It's tough.
It's the knock knees for
It's
you.
tough, man.
Well, I'm excited, man. All-Star Weekend, man, and give everybody a break. So let me ask you three Laker fans this before we wrap it up with NBA basketball. Do you like what Rob Pelinka has done to put this Lakers team together?
You mean you talking post trade?
Post-trade.
Yeah. It was he did what he could, all he could possibly do in terms of getting younger bodies.
Who's your favorite player out of that? I
like Vanderbilt, bro. A lot of people don't talk about Vanderbilt, bro.
No, I do. And that's because I used to watch Vanderbilt over in Utah. I'm like,
man,
this dude him and
can
Clarkson
play, bro.
coming in, just running that team.
Vanderbilt can play, bro.
Yeah, he can play.
A great perimeter defender that can also
Better
add
than
to
Pat
that by
Beverly?
scoring. Yeah, he's longer. He can guard multiple positions.
Because isn't that why you guys brought Pat Beverly in? Because he's a dog.
That was the consensus. But we saw how that worked.
And you don't hear a
peep. Not a soul.
people right now.
Nobody's saying a word.
Well, I mean, they said the same thing about Russ too. He's
Sitting
a
there
dog.
putting all these long soliloquies about how good this dude is on defense and how the Lakers need that dog and all that. Man, are you serious?
Nah, man. Yeah, I like Vanderbilt a lot.
Yeah.
Beasley definitely adds depth, but Vanderbilt is my. I mean, we already know what Russell can do, and his maturity over the time he's been in Minnesota. Comes back to the Los Angeles Lakers. Shot making ability. He can control the offense. He's not out there reckless, and he's able to. You're not able to sag off of him. When Russ is on the floor, you can sag off of him, man, and clog. Can't do that with young Russell on.
I'd rather keep him there, re-sign him, than sign Kyrie. I think he's a way better fit than Kyrie. He's gonna play.
Okay.
I think his fit because he does need to score a lot.
Right.
So his fit with LeBron and AD is amazing.
Okay.
I think he's a better passer than Kyrie. Maybe not a better ball handler, but he handles the ball very well.
I'll rock with you there.
But for this team, and he's going to be a little bit cheaper too. I would stick with D'Lo
sure.
and keep building pieces around that.
I'm with
Super
you there.
teams don't do anything anymore.
I'm with you.
You need a
Totality-wise,
bench.
I'm with you.
That's why the whole Phoenix thing is not going to go down like everyone thinks. Oh, they're automatically going to win. No, he didn't automatically win in Brooklyn with better players.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, and he mentioned that, like on the low. He did.
I would like to see this Laker team post free agency.
Mm-hmm.
How many of these guys are going to keep and see a whole season with this squad right here to see how it all comes together, because now they got to win the last 15 games out of 23.
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying. But everybody else has to win also in order for them to get in.
Yeah,
and
which is not really apt if they want to get to the playoffs because they're only 4 games.
They're 3 games out of 6 right now.
So
3.
So they can win.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to even fathom that.
And that's assuming that every other team has to win their games also.
Everybody else got to win.
Everybody's not going to win.
Everybody's not going to. It's not going to happen.
And if they make it to the playoffs healthy, no one's going to want to see them.
No, I agree.
No,
I agree. I mean, we'll see. It's you can't judge everything off of the regular season and how it's going because this is something that we've never really seen before, especially in the Western Conference, where it's like a log jam with the games being so close like this. We've seen log jams in the Western Conference before, where a 50-win team did not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
We've seen that before. But when we talking about how it is right now, though, where the team in 13th is 3 games away from the team that's comfortably in a playoff spot.
Bruh,
I don't think we've seen that.
I said it earlier in the
I can't
season.
remember anyway.
When a lot of Laker fans were like, oh, we're last. I'm like, you're like 2 or 3 games out of the 5th, 6th spot.
1 5-game run, it changes everything.
and that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
This team here, if they can go like a 5, 6, 7, 8 game win streak,
right back in
right
it.
back up in it.
Right back in it, bro. Yeah. So
They right back in
interesting.
there.
Well, Kevin Love was bought out by the Cleveland Cavaliers. They say that the Philadelphia 76ers are interested, but Miami, Sneaky Pat,
I think
is the favorite for landing him. And remember, before he even got released, talking to Bill, and this was pre trade deadline, I told Bill, verbatim, this is exactly what I said. I said, Lakers, before the trade deadline next Thursday, I think this was like a Sunday or a Monday. It was a couple of days before the trade deadline. I said, if they can get a couple of good players over there right now that will help change this team around, and maybe if Cleveland buys out Kevin Love, they go get another stretch person who could actually rebound to come off the bench. I said, this Lakers will be a completely different team. Take that team into next season, build on this year, and you guys got a completely different team next. And that's exactly what they did, minus the Kevin Love. But I know there's a couple of free agents still out there that got bought out. Patrick Beverly is one.
Yeah, he's
Russell Westbrook, which Clippers are interested in maybe bringing him and reuniting him with Paul George.
I don't see that.
Kevin Love was released. They got my guy that was released over in Washington. He played for Denver for so long. His name is really escaping me. But we got a couple players out there, man. Yeah. And Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is out there too. He was bought out. So are the Lakers done? Do they go after maybe one more person?
Probably a shooter. Another shooter. I'm not sure who's available from that standpoint on the buyout market. But y'all already know who I wanted, man. I wanted Terrence Ross. Man. I really wanted Terrence Ross.
Yeah, man. And Terrence Ross signing with Phoenix. Reggie Jackson signing with
Denver.
That is a good look.
A good
Denver got a
good
squad. I mean, it's really about building up a bench who could actually give your star players some rest while,
Yeah, building up that reserve.
Yeah.
And that's what Phoenix don't have.
And
they don't.
Basically, they can hold their own. And basically, they can hold their own until, you put them starters back in there. Is huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
Especially if the starters build a lead.
Sure.
Yeah.
Get a rest,
sure.
And these dudes can at least maintain that lead. They might lose a lead a little bit here or there, but as long as you don't lose it and they, gain a lead, and then now the starters got to come in and try to recapture. No,
sure.
You need a second and third unit that can come in and sustain and just keep everything at bay while they get a rest.
Yeah.
And then they come back in and resume what they've been doing.
Congratulations, LeBron James, for passing Cap. All-time NBA leading scorer. He still has a lot of basketball to play, so please let this man finish before we talk about who's the GOAT and all of that type of stuff. This man got at least another 3 years.
Yeah.
At least from what I see
let
right
him get
now.
to 40. I'll say let him get to 40 before we start doing that.
So congratulations to him on that. And your guy, Dre Bailey.
Man,
Bill Blockham Logan, man, that is our NBA talk, man. NFL, man. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes. Huge.
For winning the Super Bowl.
Huge.
And big ups to the participation
Philadelphia Eagles.
Runner-up, Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
But at least they went.
Yes.
No, there is no yes. They didn't win.
They were there.
Go sit down. You play to win the game.
That's what our main man says, man.
He said there's no yes.
You play to win the game.
And the Chiefs are losing one of their coaches.
Yeah, man. I don't necessarily like it. A lateral move to not have a chance at winning when you can stay.
Well, he's playing for the best owner in football.
Yeah, right.
Well, my thing,
cool story.
My thing is, you could stay in Kansas City, and when Andy Reid finally wants to retire, you can move into that head coaching spot. Yeah. But now, you're leaving.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense.
I just think that it is a job. Like a no-win situation, like taking
a lateral move.
Yeah,
it was a straight lateral move.
Like taking the Houston job. Yeah. If you're a black coach, like you already know they only gonna give you 1 or 2 years, and that's it. Yeah. If you ain't doing nothing in that time, they're gonna get rid of you. Look what they did to Lovey. Come on, bro. He wasn't even there long enough, and didn't even have the good players to even Come on,
Well,
bro.
with D'Amico though, I think they're gonna let him ride simply because he's a Houston guy. He played there before, so I think they're gonna let D'Amico ride a little bit and kind of build his own a little bit. Versus somebody that.
But why hire Lovey then if you knew you wasn't going to be in for the long run with this guy?
Right, and
he
I'm
was a
with you there.
temporary fix.
Yeah, I'm with
now,
you there.
unless they brought Lovey in and said, you know what, you're going to be a temporary fix. This probably isn't guaranteed, but we need somebody for right now. Are you willing to take?
And they probably did that. That's probably that's something that we don't know what
Right.
goes on behind the scenes. But I think
They did that with David Culley.
Yeah.
bringing in D'Amico Ryan's a young dude. Giving him a 6-year deal. I think they'll probably allow him to. They'll at least give him half the contract to say, hey man, bring in your own, your own draft class, all of that good stuff, and let these players kind of develop under you, and then we'll see where it goes from there. So it's an interesting dynamic because we've seen Houston bad for so long that we're just used to it, but. When you have some, a young coach, fresh ideas, we already seen what he can do with a defense. Let's see what he can do with an entire team now.
You think Eric Bieniemy will have a long stay of coaching for the Commodores? Because Lionel and those guys over there, they're
little tough.
On a feeling.
I saw Lionel live, man. Lionel's dope. Lionel's dope live, bro. But it's funny. The Commanders, when you actually look at them from fully healthy, they're pretty decent on both sides of the football.
I like Heineke.
They actually are okay. I mean, they clearly don't have the talent in the roster.
Who do they go? Who do you target? If you're the GM, who do you target in this year's upcoming draft? Do you go for a quarterback, or do you say, you know what, we're gonna ride with Heineke and maybe go another year and then look for a quarterback?
This draft's a little weird, bro. I don't see one position really dominant over the other. I'm not even sure exactly what the Commanders absolutely need to kind of put them over the top. Maybe another running back. Maybe. Receiver. They're decent at receiver. No, they decent at receiver. They got their wideouts.
Not free safety, but
maybe somewhere on the defensive
cornerback.
side of the ball where they can improve, where you get the best player available. Running backs, you already know those come a dime a dozen. You can get those in the 5th and 6th round and have effective dudes. But maybe somewhere on the defensive side of the ball, I really have to really look into their roster. But somewhere on the defensive side of the ball, I'm guessing.
And then Washington already benched Heineke last year.
Yeah,
They benched him in week 14. Well, during the 49er game, they benched him.
Yeah.
And then brought in Carson Wentz, and then they benched Wentz and brought in the other guy, the third dude. I think he was a rookie.
I forgot who.
so
it was.
they may be looking for quarterback.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Interesting.
I'm not sure where they draft position is.
I think they should, like you said, I think they should draft on the defensive end, and I think maybe they should make a trade to get a good quarterback. Like, maybe go get a Jimmy G or, somebody who is a decent number two. Yeah, so.
Carr's out.
Carr's out there,
He visited with the Jets yesterday, I think it was. So,
yeah, because they just don't believe in their QB.
Of course.
That was a travesty.
We told
what they
y'all
were
that
doing
on
though. I
draft
was like,
day,
what
but
was y'all
people
doing
was
over there?
gung-ho. People were so gung-ho about this guy. But we sat right here and told y'all that it wasn't it.
Zach.
Yeah, Zach Wilson, man. They believed. We believe in Zach.
No, how? He ain't even kin to flip.
Come on,
so
Jay.
look, what
This is ridiculous.
what is Dallas? What is Dallas
That's funny, bro.
gonna do? I mean, what's Zeke's future?
He's not even kidding the flip.
He's not kidding the flip. Wow. It's an interesting dynamic, man. With this Zeke thing, because they knew when they gave him that $50 million that ultimately this day was gonna come. They knew that. Mm-hmm. They absolutely knew it. Now it's can we restructure, or we just gonna go and cut you? And this is the one thing that I absolutely hate about the National Football League that needs to change, bro. The fact that they can just slice and dice you with no real repercussions as a franchise, I think that is horrific, and it does not benefit players whatsoever. It doesn't, clearly. But when we talking about the running back position, which we talk about here all the time, how expendable it is and how you just find guys, they feel that this man is expendable. So this is what they're thinking. Let's save $4.9 million toward the cap and just cut him. Either you restructure or we're going to save $4.9 million and just cut you.
Well, the thing about Zeke is
I hate that, man.
He after the season, he's already said he will take a pay cut. He will restructure his contract to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's already put it out there that he's willing to do that. It wasn't the Cowboys, because he pretty much knows that he shouldn't be paid like one of the best running backs in the league.
Right.
So with that being said, if you cut him, who are you going to bring in?
Because you need two.
Now,
You need two to go.
You need two.
You need two.
He still got wiggle.
You need two to go.
Pollard is going to be out for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
He probably won't be ready for the first.
What was the final diagnosis for
He
his
broke his
injury?
tibia.
Yeah, he gonna be out. That's a 8 to 12 week injury there.
You know.
Bro.
And they're not going to rush him back.
No,
they're not going to rush him back.
Why?
You know, they're not going to rush him back. They're going to wait, and he probably won't step on the field until
it'll be
a playing field to about.
Probably.
I say between the first.
Week 2.
It just depends on how he heals. First to 5 games.
Yeah.
You know, but you need 2 backs.
Yeah, gotta have it.
Now I'm saying this here: if you're going to cut Zeke, there's a running back out there that you could. That's a free agent that you could bring in, and you don't have to give him real big money. Kareem Hunt.
I thought you were talking to Christian Okoye, but
Kareem Hunt is a free agent, and
he really is.
He's an unrestricted free agent. Anybody can bring him in.
That'd actually be pretty big.
That'd be pretty big for them. I think it'd help.
That would be
help their quarterback
for them, bro.
I think that'd help. I wasn't thinking like that.
Wow, I promise I didn't think about Kareem Hunt.
Interesting.
Yeah. Kareem Hunt is
That's
a free
very
agent, and he can't because him and Zeke are the same age. They both 27 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Zeke has lost a little bit. Kareem Hunt is still
because he's been sharing.
He's still
the backfield.
Yeah, he's still a fresh
top
notch
3 backs in the league
that can catch out of the backfield and runs hard.
Sure.
So
they have 2 of those type of guys.
Yes. So you go ahead and give Pollard his money, whether you're gonna franchise him or whatever. Bring in Kareem Hunt and let Zeke go. We've
Thanks,
he's had a good career.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's a damn good point.
But
Did not think about it.
yeah, you bring him in. You don't really have to give him big. He can't demand any really big money.
No, he can't.
And there you go.
I'm just from a fan's perspective, I'm just glad he actually got a big payday and was able to collect most of it.
Yeah. Who's Zeke?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
From a fan standpoint, from a person that is for the players, I am elated that he got most of that money and is able to set his family up in the future.
Yeah.
Because we all know what football does and how they do it. We all know, man. It sucks.
In their next contract negotiations, if they don't try to even ask the owners for guaranteed contracts, they're not even thinking and missing their own point.
Right.
Dude, your career could be over just like that.
Yes, immediately.
They guarantee money.
And
telling you,
this is a sport where they should be paid guaranteed money. The sport makes more money than any other sport in America.
Of course.
In 24 weeks.
$12 billion conglomerate.
In 24 weeks. Not 162 ball games, not 82. 24 weeks.
24 weeks. That's wild. Now, what do you think the pushback would be from ownership? We bringing that salary cap down now? Because if I'm guaranteeing these deals, salary cap gonna have to.
Well, I'm not saying giving them more money.
No.
What I'm saying is
just guarantee the money, right?
Contracts that you sign them for.
Yeah, but I'm saying the initial number is going to be way down. Like you're not going to see any more $100 million deals anymore over 5-6 years. It's not going to happen. So they're going to bring those numbers all the way down. So your left tackle, who's next to your quarterback, the highest paid guy on your squad, in most cases, you won't see $120, $130 million deals for him anymore. Mm-hmm.
But
these
why
deals
not?
coming down to 80 now because all the money's fully guaranteed now, and they're going to argue it. They're going to argue that, bro.
And you can go to the books. Look how much money y'all making, bruh.
Absolutely. You absolutely can.
TV money.
Yeah.
Sponsors.
Yeah. I agree.
And you can't guarantee me 160 million, man, please.
Look, I'm just telling you what they going to do.
I know that's what they're going to do, but when you got access to the books.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Shit, we got access to the books. We know what they make. Yeah.
They've already reported that football made $7 billion this year.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And you
and that might be a low end number.
And you can't guarantee me you can't guarantee me $160 million contract deal. Come on, bro.
So that you could still make a profit of $6 billion.
You're still gonna make your money.
Yeah. It's tough,
Mr.
man.
Owner. You're still gonna make your money.
That's a tough one, man. So we looking at Southern University and Grambling playing in the HBCU Classic here in Utah, and a report read that both schools will receive a 6-figure guarantee. I think it's actually 4 schools that's playing in this, but of course we just looking at Grambling and Southern. Anybody taking over under misappropriation of funds?
Interesting. I'm gonna take the over.
I mean, I'm just saying, dog. Am I far-fetched?
No.
Okay. All right, man.
They better be bringing in some other management people to oversee that money.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Radio, man. We appreciate everybody chiming in on this Saturday, every Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific Coast time, man, where we give you guys the best of Sports Talk Radio. Please download the Gorilla Cross app on your phone and follow the LTBB crew as we give you guys the best of Sports Talk Radio. Hey, prosecutors asked for 25 more years for R. Kelly.
Wow.
Oh, and the 5 cops pled not guilty.
Yeah. Well, I heard that was kind of normal thing to do, I guess.
It is.
Yeah, they're going to do that.
It is.
Yeah. Even though the entire world saw it.
Yeah.
That's
I was hoping that they would say, you know what, you caught us. Guilty. You caught us. We plead guilty. I mean, we want to try to get this down to a lesser charge or something. But no, I guess they want to try to prove and spend taxpayers' money on trying to prove why they're innocent.
There's nothing to prove here.
And I think once it goes to trial, all 5 will plead the 5th. They won't say a
word.
Rest in heaven, Raquel Welch and Trugoy De La
Plug
Soul.
2,
Sir.
Dave.
Come on, man.
What?
This is what we do, man. We give you guys the best of Sports Talk Radio and leave Rihanna alone, y'all.
Please leave it alone.
It was a halftime show, and that's what it was. That's
In
it.
case she pregnant, you ain't have a shot, so leave it alone.
Thank you.
Y'all know the one thing I'm like that just boggles my mind about that whole thing in Memphis. How did this dude get 4 of the guys to help him take that man life?
Easy.
How did he coerce them into doing that?
It wasn't no course. They just they homies, and they a small little gang. That's what you know. I mean, if you call me, call me right now with some stuff that's going, I'm gonna pop up.
Number one, I'll never put you in this situation.
I know. I'm just saying. I've been in a situation before,
which is really what I'm saying.
And
here.
it can happen very easily.
No doubt.
But
no doubt.
they deserve to burn in hell. Ain't that what your guy Samuel? Look, let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio.
None of them had the foresight to say,
it's crazy.
"Doe, let me out."
No. You know what? let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio. Your guy Dre Bailey.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Bruce Thomas and Bill Blackham Logan. We appreciate y'all, man.